all be wondering, why the fuck is the screen different? So I tried to record this part before, and it failed on me. And of course, me being me, I replayed the boss battle, but I played it normally because I'm sorry, I'm lazy. But I only ended up, I think, with only one more angel prayer than what I actually used. So, you know, Dart's going to have a little bit of leveling in Burning Rush because I used that. But the fight took me about as long. And I got plate mail instead of just downburst. So, yeah. If this recording fucks up for whatever reason, I'm probably going to keep it because plate mail, man. Plate mail. Yeah, Death Dimension. Luckily, nobody else learned anything new, other than what was. Well, you wouldn't have known that anyway. Blah blah blah. You Dragoon deaths. Yay. I was jealous and I killed your father just 'cause. He was my best friend and I killed him because. I'm probably gonna explore a little bit in Lohan. I did get to do some of that. When I recorded this earlier, I've also come to a decision. Just so you all know, these story parts where it's in between the bosses likely will not be 30 minutes. Because I got all the way up to the next boss fight and then I stopped, and I was meaning to stop, for a little bit and take a break. But it was like, oh, well, gotta go redo this. Bye. So that's why you'll see other saves that are further ahead, is because, again, failed recording. Like my capture software glitched out, I think. But yeah. That's the thing. And, somebody was actually talking to me about that whole activation of Dragoon spirits. Again, I don't know if it's because they're coming together or something. It's definitely not because Rose ended up activating them later, because they activate just fine now. But what we do learn at not too far from here is that if we all take out our Dragoon spirits, they do resonate together. So maybe it's because of the fact there are two Dragoon spirits in the same spot. That would be my guess, because that's causing the awakening. It's not that Rose is awakening him, it's the gathering of Dragoon spirits together. Because Dart was alone, and when Rose showed up, she was already an awakened Dragoon, so she ended up awakening Dart with the resonance from her own Dragoon. I'm actually going to go down and heal really quick, because I don't want to die. The other thing I wanted to point out about this scene was, it's interesting the fact that Shauna gets poisoned and nobody else does. Shauna, no, Shauna does not have a Dragoon at this point. But also, let me point out that Lavitz didn't either until just now. So, I know plot, but I almost wonder if he maybe should have gotten poisoned and he didn't. Here, that way, if I have to redo this recording, we can work that out. Checking memory card. Yeah, see, I'm down there at Shirley's Shrine. We'll save here. Okay. But yeah, so that's kind of, you know, something to ponder over, and maybe, the Jade Dragoon cleanses him of the poisoning. I don't know, you know. It's interesting to think about the mechanics of how this works and stuff. Okay. So, we're gonna go to Lohan now. I'm gonna do some exploration just because I spent a fair amount of time not exploring Lohan, because I was like, I don't need to explore Lohan. Hi, Loki. What's up? Are you gonna come cuddle? Are you gonna come cuddle? Yeah? Yeah? I don't know if you could hear him. He was meowing at me. He's been really vocal lately, and he's also been super snuggly because he's jealous, because we're expecting kittens. Ha, I got you. Yeah, we're expecting kittens. Tiny kitty got, all the cats escaped when we moved into this new trailer. Like, the morning of, the morning after we moved in here, the front door blew open and all of the cats escaped. Um, we were able to round up Loki and Thor within an hour, and Tiny Kitty was sitting outside under the trailer, and she wasn't gonna come because she wanted a man. And so now we're gonna have kittens next month, sometime around January. Uh, and it's interesting. There's nothing wrong with her body, but it poisons the mind. So basically, she's like slowly going into a coma and dying. That's kind of what it sounds like. And yeah, this is also funny too. She fought against it to save the country. No, she fought against it because she was too stubborn and wanted to stay by Dart's side. She doesn't. I don't know that she really cares about the country so much as being with Dart. I think Dart cares more about the country. I have been selfish for too long, so I will fight for my men and country. Blah 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 information. I'm not called the best doctor in Sidario for nothing. There's no, like, do you have signs on your wall saying, best doctor in Sidario? Yeah. But found out that I also didn't know that the bosses could have different drops. Speaking of which, there is plate armor. That's not helping. I wish I could just see your stats normally. Can I see your stats? 20 and 43. Okay. 27 and whoa. That's actually an upgrade pretty substantially. I know that downs magic defense, but from what I remember, there are very few people in the early game who end up using. I can put you in that. Yeah, might as well. And I didn't remember she had poison guard. When I was doing, because I pointed that out when I was playing earlier, I didn't remember she had poison guard. Even though she totally did for that whole fight. So I didn't have to worry about her getting poisoned. I only had to worry about her getting feared. Also, because there's so many places to heal, I'm not going to bother paying for healing. I'm not... I don't think I'm really going to... I don't know that I explored this half of the houses. Yeah, there's nothing in any of this area. I think I'm actually going to go explore downstairs because there actually was nothing. I spent like 5 or 10 minutes exploring the lower area or the upper area and going everywhere and being like, there's nothing here. There's literally nothing there. But I'm trying to remember where all the treasure chests are because I didn't really explore Lohan. I was like, no, we'll just go. We'll just go. Because I thought it was going to take longer than it did to do Shirley's Shrine. Okay. Thanks. Actually, there's really not that many treasure chests in Lohan. Because I think there's only those two. Yeah, and that's the ticket thing, which later becomes more economical for you to do to get healing breezes, if I remember right. Like, that becomes more economical than actually buying them. And I think you can get healing rains from there early in the game. I don't know, though. I don't remember. Yeah, there's nothing here yet. So. And I don't know, like, because the thing that I'm concerned about is later in the game, I feel like money is going to be an issue. So now we're going to go do our shopping, and then we're just going to go story. Come up here. By the way, I almost, like, couldn't find my memory card for this when I was loading up earlier. So, this is the weapons. I think there's some I know there's some Stardust here. The other thing that I talked about was when I got here, I talked about Legendary Cask and Phantom Shields. Both of those would be amazing. Like, so amazing right now. Reduces physical damage by half. Yeah, Phantom Shield and Legendary Cask would be amazing. However, I do think that those two, I do need to try and get the Dragon Shield and the Angel Scarf. I do need to try and get a set of 3. Which, I don't even know if that would be possible with what is going on right now. Like, I'm going to go on ahead. Actually, I don't even need that. Because that's magic attack, and I don't need that, and I don't need that. Well, I can't upgrade that anyway. I don't need that. I just need, like, regular defense. But getting the Angel Scarf and Dragon Shield, or maybe the Dragon Shield would be the better investment, because I can't have both. Because Cask would do attack, or magic. So I don't even know if it's possible to raise that much money with the way I'm doing things. It probably isn't. But it's something to consider. I'm not going to sell the breezes because breezes are rare to come by this early. What I did do was I did fill up my angel prayers because the other thing is when you go to Shirley's Shrine, which I remembered this as I got there, when you go to Shirley's Shrine, the only thing in the treasure chest there are messages from, and I think his name is Drake, but I don't know. But there were only messages from Drake. Yes, I would love to buy something. But yeah, I got 20 angel prayers because that's going to be the only thing that can be used in this next fight. I'm keeping the healing potions around because the other thing I ran into... Oh shit, I forgot to go do the story bit with DeBoss. The other thing I ran into when I was recording this earlier was actually the random encounters just beating the crap out of me because I wouldn't run away. Like, not that I wouldn't run away because I chose not to run away. I wouldn't run away because I literally could not run away. It just, like, every time I pressed run, they'd fail. Hi, strange merchant guy. The goofy merchant, yeah. Yep, blah, blah, blah. Anything. Well, can we find this rare plant that only exists in Legends? It's just, like, crazy. Blah, blah, blah. We go to the shrine now. We'll talk about this when I get there. But yeah, so, I mean... Yeah, purify it with that pure water. Yeah, you know, convenient city. didn't realize there were so few items in Lohan. Because, yeah, you get all the items from Shirley's Shrine after you beat Drake and Shirley. Now this guy. So the guy that sells Kongol's Dragoon Spirit later sells that water bottle. And I was sitting here and I was like, if I remember right, you can get this for free. And you totally can. And see, at this point, I don't even have 3,000 G. I don't even have 2,200. I have 1,000 though. And I could take it, but it's a freaking water bottle. It's a freaking water bottle. No. Now you have to think about the economy in this game. Probably 100 G is like $1. Probably $1. There we go. I want to say it's probably $1. But yeah, I never knew that, and I probably should have figured that because most RPGs, bosses do have different drops, and it's a rate. I don't remember the exact details, but there's some kind of ratio to it. But the plate mail was probably a rare drop. Downburst I expect is a drop from Fairbrand, and the plate mails I expect is a drop from Graham. That would make sense. Even though I spent a while exploring in Lohan, I actually think this video is going to end up being longer, which is a little weird. But I know what to do at Shirley's, so it's not like I don't know what to do. We'll just go ahead and double heal, make sure we're healed. But yeah, this video is probably gonna end up being longer than the one I actually recorded for this section. Loki, what you doing, baby? Okay. And I forget, like, sometimes, and maybe this is just the early dungeons, but, like, we'll see when we actually get to, like, the one I'm thinking of is the ancient Wingley Fortress, how long the dungeons actually are. And this will also be, because I'm also going off of mostly memory, and so I actually wandered around for a while in Shirley's Shrine and was like, I don't remember what to do! Yay! But yeah, magic, except I think in the Faust fight, is not a very important stat. But no, being able to reduce damage in half, I think would be really useful for... for pretty much the whole game. I actually am having trouble thinking of instances where reducing physical damage would not be useful. I'm trying to think of, because I know Linus is a fairly heavy magic-based boss. Or she can be. But yeah, see, they're resonating with the remnants of the White Dragoon. I don't know that I get the White Dragoon sculpture thing, but it's a neat mechanic for this dungeon because the monsters here are pretty tough and strong. And maybe that's just because I'm like so underleveled. Like, I don't even know, because what would be interesting to compare to would be comparing, because I've done 3 playthroughs of the bosses, at least. There was the playthrough with, where I was so overpowered it was ridiculous. There was the playthrough where I just ran through the game like I would normally, without any grinding. And then there's this one, which is significantly harder for a lot of reasons. Not just that I'm underleveled. So for me personally, it would be interesting to compare the levels. But I don't have time for that. Okay, I think this is the same. So if it's front and left, which I think it is, I'm going to actually try the combination that I got the last time I played. I don't know, but to save some time. It may be the same every playthrough, I don't know. So let's see here. First number would be 3. And then 5. And then 2. Same as last time. Maybe it's the same every playthrough. I don't know. Front. Left. So that concludes our story bit, as it were. I do need to take a break for a while. I think I did this last time too, where I healed 2 people. So my item tracks should be the same as when I actually left. So this is going to conclude the end of this session, and hopefully I'll be able to get back to this a lot sooner than I did this time. But yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Just remember, story parts may be a little bit shorter than the actual boss bits, because that's what this challenge is really about, is the bosses. Because shout out the Colossus, right? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.